level and the quality of this franchise has fallen. Angel Has Fallen tells the story about Mike Banning once again working for the president. He's a Secret Service agent, and he's got this brain injury, and it's making him dizzy a lot, and he's seeing a psychiatrist for it. And then one day, out of nowhere, there's an attack on the president, and he's being blamed for it. So now he's got to run away from the FBI and try to explain to people that he's not the one responsible for trying to kill the president, and meanwhile trying to hunt down the people who are framing him. And that's the story. There's only one positive I can give this movie, and that is Mike Banning's dad. I found him entertaining in some parts. He's also a negative, but at least he was entertaining, unlike this movie. Just jump right into the cons. This movie is so fucking generic. It's uninspiring, it's unoriginal, there's no charm to it, there's hardly any action, it's just a shit show. I found out about this movie like 6 months ago, back in like March, maybe, I don't know, when the first trailer dropped. Whenever that was, that's when I found out. And when it started, I was like, oh, Gerard Butler, oh, Morgan Freeman, holy shit, is this like a Fallen movie? Are they making a third one? I got excited. So it's been one of my most anticipated movies for the second half of this year. And now that I've seen it, what a disappointment. Where do I start? Like, let's just start small, I guess. Mike Banning as a character. Now he's not fun. He's not interesting because the story, the way it is, he's constantly on a run. He's got this emotional thing going on with his dad, and he's got the kid now, and he's got a new actress playing his wife, which is taking away continuity from the first two movies that had great continuity with like even small roles that kept coming back from the first to the second movie. You know how much I love continuity if you watch my Horror Franchise Wednesday videos. This movie takes away that continuity, so fuck you for that. But there's all this drama. It's 80% drama and predictable shit after predictable shit. And then like 20% shitty-ass action shot by this director who I looked him up. I didn't see anything I recognized. Knowing that going in, I was worried. And I was right. I was right to be worried. It's shot horribly. There's all these like extreme close-up shots and out of focus shots where everything just gets blurry, and it's like you could have redid that shot. Everything was blurry for a few seconds, and was it supposed to? Because why? There's even a moment where like Mike Banning is like escaping from the back seat of the car, and I think it's in the trailer, and you don't know what the hell's happening. The way it's edited, the way it's shot, and the way it's lit all work together to make it one unseeable mess. I'm like, I think he's escaping. I think. Is he? And basically that's it. Like every time there was action, it was one of two things that were wrong with it. It was either shot shitty, or it was shot shitty and you couldn't see what the fuck was happening. You got terrible little CGI shots and green screen effects, and then you got this generic story that's already been done in Taken 3, and this other side of the story that's been done in White House Down. This whole money-hungry war contractors that just want war to make money. Yeah, we've seen that before. The first two movies had moles, and you didn't know who they were. It wasn't that obvious. And this one, you know there's going to be a mole, or there's going to be somebody who's going to betray Mike Banning. Because you've seen the trailer, and you know someone's going to fucking betray him. Moment one, I knew who it was. All three of them. All of it. It's like, oh, meet this new best friend of Mike Banning he's never spoken of. Here he is. Yeah, I know what he's going to do. And then like, oh, who's the person leaking stuff to the press? Who's the bad guy who's, from inside? Who's the mole? The vice president. Well, no shit. He's the next one in line to take power. Who else would it be? There was no twist. There was no, like, reveal. And it felt like they wanted it to be a shocking reveal. Like, you got the vice president who's got, like, this voice modular. We only hear his voice in the first half of the movie. And it's like this distorted like voice, and it's like, who's that? And it's like, I know who it is. It's the vice president. And then they reveal it, and it's supposed to be like this, oh my gosh, dun 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 moment. And it's like, yeah, no shit. There's this scene in the forest that's completely balls to the wall insane and asinine that I was just completely taken out of the movie. And his whole drama with his dad, yeah, been there, done that. What else is new? The fact that the FBI even believes that Mike Banning would get caught doing this shit, like he's the one responsible, and be that dumb to get caught doing it, like leaving his DNA everywhere and just leaving evidence behind in his own fucking house. They think he's a moron. The guy who saved the president's ass twice in the past two movies, there should be statues of him because of the shit that he accomplished and the things that he did. And they think that's the guy who went through all that hell to save the president twice in those two movies, is now going to try to fucking kill the president? Get the fuck out of here. That's so stupid. These bad guys could have framed anybody they wanted and they just chose banning. Why? There was no explanation for that. It was like, oh, just banning the one guy who doesn't fit that narrative. Like, yeah, he seems like someone who would kill the president. No, he does not. I just did not enjoy this movie at all. I found myself just waiting for it to be over, and then at the end of the movie, they take this crappy movie and they insert this corny-ass comedic scene in the post-credits. And it's not necessary at all. It's like to establish, like, oh, the father and son are bonding. Yeah, we already know that from the other scene right before that. We don't need this added bullshit that's just cringeworthy. This movie was awful. There's nothing good about it. I was bored. I was miserable. Gerard Butler wasn't entertaining. The action pieces were almost non-existent, but when they happened, it was just shot poorly. It's not fun at all. This is not a great action movie, so save your money. When it comes to Angel Has Fallen, this movie is just wasted time. What did you think about this movie? Is it your most disappointing film of the year? Because right now, it's up there. So let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Hit this like button over here if you wish to do so, if you like what you've seen. And you can become a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds. And until next time, I hope you read the same.